Queen Naomi refuses the father's access to her. Reason because she feels that the father has not been there for them and the father has not really been playing his role as it should be. Now, why is Queen Naomi refusing the father? All of a sudden, they said the father just surfaces and was trying to convince Queen Naomi to return to the palace. And of course, a father does not be there for you, a father who doesn't know, how you have been doing, doesn't know how you live your life. He wasn't even there when things were really rough for them and her mom, when they were still very, very tender growing up. Okay. But now, the man coming up to like take responsibility, trying to, position himself as the father, try to dictate for Queen Naomi what to do, trying to, order them around, telling them this one should not do this, that one should not do that. They were like, hello, Mr. Man, where have you been when we needed you? When we were so in that position where we needed you so much to help her in, to stand as a father to us. Where were you? Why? How come now that all of a sudden you just surface trying to, talk me into going back to the palace? You know what I went through when I was in the palace. You know why I left the palace. You know how I even got to the palace in the first place. Forget the fact that you actually just came up and you were there during the, normally in Africa, even if the father has not been there, doing his thing as a father. But when it's time for a child to be given out, especially a female child to be giving a hand in marriage, the father, either the father or the family of the father must represent. That is the culture of Africa. That, of course, that aspect she understand. But coming out to, tell her what to do, that is what she will not take. That she doesn't need his advice, she doesn't need him, that the mother is enough for her. After all, the mother has been playing the role of the father and the mother all along, and they said this thing has actually generated a whole lot of controversy between Queen Naomi's mom's family and the father's family. So it is a kind of a gbas, give me, I give you, back and forth right now between both family, and this has given a whole lot of concern to Queen Naomi, and this thing has kind of making Queen Naomi to feel so down, because so this has given a whole lot of concern, and this thing is not making Queen Naomi to really feel cool right now. And even though they said the father is insisting that he knows that he has not been there, he knows that things has not really been the way it should, that it was just the mother that people know. People doesn't even have not even seen Queen Naomi with the dad. Queen Naomi, even if they are talking about the parent, you hardly hear. In fact, you don't even hear them mentioning the father. It is just the mother, and the mother. So people even taken it to be that maybe the father has not really been playing his role, or the father didn't even know if he has children, like them, because a father who really show concern, a father who has been there, definitely you will know, because there is no how the issue, even though the both parents are no more together as husband and wife, but there must be a time, if the man has really been involved in their lives, there must be a time where issue will come up, or you will hear that, especially when Queen Naomi was in the palace, we hear that the father visited, or somehow we would have seen the father surfacing. But all along, over the years, we have never ever seen or heard anything about Queen Naomi's father. Now, we all know that during what's her name, Regina Daniels, then people were saying that Regina Daniels' mom was no longer with the father, that it was only the mother who raised Regina Daniels and everything. But lo and behold, when it was time, when Regina Daniel said, I want to marry Ned Nwoko, everybody, the news was everywhere. When the father came out, I was like, no, that the daughter cannot marry Ned Nwoko, because Ned was his friend, growing up way then in their community, because we learned that they are both from, I think, the same community or neighboring community. That is Regina Daniels and Ned Nwoko. So is somebody that Regina Daniels' father knew very well, and this thing was not really cool with the father. That was when the father opened up and was like, no, that he will not accept this union, even though the mom was like insisting that no, the daughter knows what she's doing. She's big enough, she's matured enough, even though she's still very young. In age wise, she was very very young, but in her mind she was very very matured, and these were the words of the mom, that all this thing that people are saying that she's too small, she's too that, you guys don't know who my daughter is. My daughter is very very matured, that when she says she will marry that man, she knows exactly what she's doing, but people don't really understand. They were trying to judge her from her age, okay? But the father, who happens to be the father, came up and we all saw everything. So why is Queen Naomi's case not like that? Even when Queen Naomi got married to the monarch, it was Queen Naomi's mom we saw everywhere you see Queen Naomi, you see the mom, but we never ever saw the father, not even for just few moments, to say that the father came out or he spoke, or we saw Queen Naomi's dad. No, it wasn't like that. So that is how you will know that somehow things were really not cool, because even though the father was not even there, they would have even mentioned, they not have not personally, I don't know of others. So personally, I have not heard either a word from Queen Naomi herself or from her siblings mentioning their dad, saying that my dad, at some point, so thing happened, my dad did this or my dad did that. They never, I have never, unlike the case of Regina Daniels that we are aware of, and other celebrities that we know of their dad, we hear of their dad. But Queen Naomi's case, nothing like that. Now, for us to hear that the man surfaces and is saying all those things, to me, I'm beginning to think, is this one real? And that is why I always tell you guys that all these are all alleged stories. They are not for sound information. Because as I get my gist on the street of social media, I also come here and relate with you guys. Okay? You are welcome back again to my channel. Nice meeting you here once again. It is my pleasure to have you here. If you are here and you are yet to subscribe to my channel, kindly help me hit the subscribe button and also turn on notification bell. Give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, my people. That is why I always tell you guys that, look, Queen Naomi's case, Queen Naomi's issue, Queen Naomi is surrounded with a whole lot of issues. Yes, because according to what we heard, growing up with Queen Naomi, she's always this sick person. She has never, in fact, it's like growing up was very rough. It was very very rough. At some point, she even dropped out of school, because when she was in school in her university days, she said that I think in her 100 level or about going to 200 level, or she was already in her 200 level, I be 300 level. Imagine, she just said that she's no more going to complete her school. They said the mom called her. What is happening? What is going on? Friends, neighbors, colleagues, like everybody around her, even her fellow student, were like, why will you be doing this? Why will you say that you don't want to go to school again? She said yes, that God is telling her to go into ministry. And they even went as far as advising her that, look, we are not saying that God did not call you. We are not saying that God did not ask you to go to full-time ministry, but still try, be doing your ministry and also be in school. You can balance the two together. That some of these great men of God we see today, most of them started from campus. They tried to talk her into it that she should stay put and just finish her school. She was like, no. This is what the Lord is telling her. This, that. And that was how she left school. Not knowing that God has bigger plans for her. That is why sometimes people that has these big dreams, people that has this kind of people like Queen Naomi, who God has bestowed upon her to be a ruler. Yes, as a queen, she is a ruler automatically in her own world, in her own terrain, in her own level. She is a ruler. She's a queen. If the wife of a king is automatically a ruler, because the women in that region, definitely they will be under her. She cannot be subjected to any other woman in that community or in that area. Every other woman or women in that area will be under her, and they will always look up to her. You understand? And that is why even in the Bible, when Queen Vashti misbehaved, because other women were looking up to her, and other subordinate to the king were like, oh king, if you should leave this woman like this, our wives, they will be disobeying also, because they will say that you, the wife of the king, can disobey the husband. Who are we not to disobey you? And they will not have mouth to talk to their wives again, because the wife of the king has disobeyed disobeyed him. So because of that reason, the king have to, like, that is true, and before you know, it will cause a whole lot of chaos in the country as at then. And that was why they said the king has to banish her from the palace. And that was how Queen Vashti was, dethroned from her throne. They removed all the regalia, everything was taken away from her, and that was how Esther now came in as the new queen of the people. So that is exactly what is happening. So definitely Queen Naomi was born a ruler. She was born to be a leader. And that is why when you see her life is somehow, at that age, people will not understand. Not until she became what she later, became in life. And that was why people were like, no wonder, no wonder. Even dropping out of school and all that. See, academic is very, very good. School is good, okay? But what somebody will become, whether plus the school or without the school, the person will still achieve it. But now we heard that she has actually gone back to school. She's doing, some are saying part-time, some are saying full-time in Akure. They're trying to upgrade herself. Okay, so my people, this is what I came across on the street of social media, and I said I will come here and relate with you guys. Thank you so much for always tuning in. Thank you so much for always standing by. I love you guys so much. I appreciate you. God bless you. Till I come your way again. Bye for now.